Hello and welcome to this taste challenge, this whiskey taste challenge. This is going to count for an upcoming date next month because, I mean, I could do it on that date, but I don't think I'm going to want to do it. So we'll just take care of it now. And the last one I did was such a small amount of whiskey. It was like almost the two I was tasting didn't add up to a shot. So this will give me a good opportunity. Now we have Johnnie Walker Red Label blended Scotch whiskey, the world's #1 selling whiskey. This is the best selling whiskey in the world, whether it's Scotch, Canadian, Irish, bourbon, blended of some sort, Thai, Myanmar, Indian whiskey. It's this, but this one is the #1 selling whiskey on earth. I bought this handle for $35. Now here's the competitor, Johnnie Walker Gold Label Reserve. Blended Scotch whiskey. I bought these 50 milliliters for $2.99. Now, it's more expensive than that per ounce because that comes out to $44.85. You're not going to find a full-size bottle for $44.85. Sorry, it's not going to happen on the well, maybe on the black market, but then maybe it's something else inside the bottle. Distilled, blended, and bottled in Scotland. This was introduced in 2012. There used to be a Johnnie Walker Gold label, and it was 18-year age. But what they did was they reformatted. They went to a platinum label, and that's called Johnnie Walker 18-year age. And then they made the Gold Label Reserve, which is an unaged what am I saying? A non-age statement, extra age. I mean, it's not 3 years, but, it's not any specific amount of years. And they say on the website they focus on whiskeys from their stocks that are honeyed, like a honey aroma and a honey flavor. And I know that's for sure. That is surely the case. Now, the red label, introduced in 1867, they adopted the Johnnie Walker Red Label name in 1909, but this goes back to 1867, is aged 3 years. It says on the back, age a minimum of 3 years. Age statement. If you look on the website, they say it's smoke and honey and smoke, or smoke and honey. So you're going to notice that when you drink this. So this is their flagship, their most popular one. Well deserved, by the way, but it's going up against a much more expensive version. Gold label runs about $55 a bottle. Is it worth it? Well, we're about to find out. I don't think so, but we're going to see. It's going to be a blind taste test. I have no reason to cheat. I have no horse in the race. So here's the insignia. It's on both bottles. By appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, official Scotch whiskey suppliers to the royal household, because Scotland and England are kingdoms. They have a king, but they have a woman king called the Queen. But so this is they receive a royal warrant, and they get to put that on their bottles. Official whiskey supplier to the royal family of Scotland, Northern Ireland, Bermuda Island, St. Vincent and the Grenadines Islands, Gibraltar, St. Helena Island, the Cook Islands, New Zealand, the Cayman Islands, etc. All right. Well, there's a little bit more Johnnie Walker Red Label in this. So I'm going to have to go get some of my back stock of the Gold Label Reserve. And I have some. I told you I stockpile those bottles. There's 2 drops. Well, Fooey, I don't have as many as I thought, but we'll get through as many taste challenges as we can manage to stage, and then we'll move on to Dewar's 15-year age. Come on. And I have a good amount of those. Not an enormous amount, but a good amount. Finally. Come on now. Come on now. All right, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay. Great. Okay. We go over here. I know which is going to be which. Beautiful English speaking abilities, huh? Both gold, so the appearance won't matter. I just got to think about smoke. They both have honey qualities, so honey is even. But whatever one shows the smoke, that's the Johnnie Walker Red Label. Is aging going to make a big difference? Aging does make a difference. That's why they age things more than 3 years. In the United States, the minimum for straight whiskey is only 2 years. But in Canada, Ireland, and Scotland, it has to be 3 years, whether it's blended, single malt, or whatever. It's interesting, though. In the United States, bourbon itself does not have an age requirement. It only says that it has to be aged in new charred oak barrels. That's all it says. It doesn't say how long. I saw a bourbon whiskey from the Bronx, New York, that was aged 6 months. 6 months. But it was a bourbon, and it was very light. It was very pale. I never bought it because I wasn't paying that kind of money. But it really wasn't too expensive. They had it on half price. But even for half price, I said, I don't know about paying that kind of money for a 6-month-old bourbon, you know. But that is neither here nor there. But it is kind of interesting to study those laws. The law. But the laws are confusing. Just like they say you can't have a flavored bourbon. Can't add flavor into it. But I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bourbons at the local stores saying bourbon with natural flavors. I said, well, it's on the shelf. It's called bourbon. It's not a liqueur. It's 80 proof or higher. They say on the Tax and Trade Bureau website, Scotch can't have coloring added. Everybody knows Scotch has coloring added. But then, of course, it has a qualifying statement. Scotch is imported under the laws of the United Kingdom. It's just not under the laws of the United States. Stuff, for import, like you got to pay the taxes and whatnot. Okay, it smells like nothing. I swear, I just smell that. It smells like neutrality, inert gases. All right. This smells like bread dough and honey. In my mind, in my thinking, in my exemplification, in my eradication, my mastication. No, but what I'm thinking is that this is the Gold Label Reserve. Because it's got some kind of character to it, and the Johnnie Walker Red Label probably doesn't have any character. But I could be totally wrong. It's a taste challenge. Let's go with the taste. Because I'm not confident at this point. It's got a little peaty smoke. Clearly the Johnnie Walker Red Label. It's simple. I mean, it's a simple product. Like, there's no harsh bite to it. There's no bite like I did that Inverhouse, and it had kind of like that grain alcohol bite. Just doesn't have that. And it's still only 3 years age. It's only aged 3 years, just like the Inverhouse. Of course, the Inverhouse has no peatiness or smoked. But to be fair, the Inverhouse does have a vanilla and a nougat character, so it does have some interesting things going for it. Let's go with the taste over here. Huh. A lot of honey, and then this one does have like that vanilla underbody. Vanilla. Of course, they both have grain, cereal grain things going on. You know, like cereal grain. I don't know what kind of box of cereal we talking about, like Kashi or Special K or something like that. You say no, it's Kix because it's slightly sweet, like Kix cereal. Okay, it's slightly sweet, like Kix cereal from General Mills, right? Maybe King Vitamin. I don't see King Vitamin anymore, which is bothering me. Now, the big question. I can get Johnnie Walker Red Label for $20 a bottle. I'm talking about the regular size bottle. Is the gold label reserve really worth the extra money? Let's see what they're selling it for right now, Total Wine. The website's going slow. I'm trying. No, not Mandeville. They're recommending Montmartre Napoleon brandy. Only $11.99. I don't know what Montmartre Napoleon brandy is. I'd buy it for that price. Yeah, I'd buy it. But I don't know what it is. It's a great price, really. You can consider I paid $16.99 for the Reynal. See, label reserve. See what comes up. Yeah, I was right. $56.99. I thought it was $54.99. Okay, well, with this J Biden inflation. JB inflation. I don't see that. I don't see paying $56.99 versus $20.99 or $19.99. No, I don't see that. I don't think it's that much better. Looks nicer. It's a prettier bottle. It's fancier, you know, but it might have a cork and all on the big bottle, on the regular bottle. But nah, I'd just get the red label or maybe the black. But I've never had the black, so I can't speak for that. I've had the double black and it's $41.99. I definitely buy that. I would definitely, but that's a personal preference. I know you say, but you might say, well, you like the smoke. Other people hate the smoke. They want the honey aspects. They want that. I understand. I get it. I get it. I get it. I didn't understand it at the beginning, the middle, or now, why people rag on Johnnie Walker Red Label. I don't get that. It's some kind of like psychosomatic treachery, you know, really, like they're saying, oh, Johnnie Walker Red Label, that is the worst. That is garbage. That's trash. I'd rather be drug over nails and have all my fingernails pulled out, beat to death. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm saying to myself, if you got on here and said it's kind of ordinary, I'm gonna give it a C. It's kind of bland and average. I wouldn't agree with that because I think it's better than it, but I wouldn't, really take offense to it. I just think people might be rushing and would overlook some of the intricate qualities of it. But to get on the internet and talk about how Johnnie Walker Red Label is like a F minus, it's craziness. They do the same thing with beer, and we know the same story. Budweiser, you get these snobby people, and Budweiser is like a crucifix to a vampire. Oh no, Budweiser, it's the worst. It's terrible. And I say it's none of those things. It's definitely not the best product. Doesn't claim to be. It's the king of beers. Doesn't claim to be the emperor of beers. But anyway, but this hysteria, this histrionics, this hysteria. And what about wine? Well, my friend Paul, he says he used to live in a kind of a well-heeled area of Texas. Still does, really kind of expensive. He says they're the worst. The wine snobs are the worst. He claims they're the worst. He said, I have these get-togethers and they're all talking this dog. And he said he just listens to him and he's thinking, what are you talking about? He said, and then they let me try the wine. He said, it tastes like mud, But he said they're just really pretentious and irritating. I wouldn't know. I don't know about that scene, but I'd like to be part of it just to see what's happening. What's happening. Red Label. It ain't going to set the world on fire, but it's not going to blow the world up. Some people say the world will end with fire. Some say with ice. But from what I know of Desire, I say it's going to end in fire. I think I messed up the pour. Like, I think I poured the wrong one in the wrong label. I'm going to double check because I'm getting a little spooked right now. People say, you getting spooked, all right. Well, I know you're jealous. No, let's check because I'd rather be safe than sorry. I think I was talking too much and I wasn't paying attention because the red label was supposed to be the competition, not the main one. Let's just check. What's the worst that could happen? Anyway, kidding. All right, taste. Let's go straight to the taste. Let's cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase, Manhattan Bank. Let's cut to the Chevy Chase. Actually, funny I said that because Chevy Chase, he's actually related to the Salmon Chase Manhattan Bank family. He went from riches to riches in his career. Yeah, it's just honey, 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 honey. Let's go over here. Yeah, honey and peaty smoke. Now look, don't get me wrong. Johnnie Walker Red Label is not a smoky whiskey. It has some smoky aspects to it, but they're minimal. It's not. I wouldn't get overexcited. It's not like James Buchanan's Deluxe is a lot smokier. What it is, age 12 years, but that wouldn't really matter. It would be what's the composition of it. But there is some kind of little scintilla of it. There is a part of it. There is a feature of it. So back to the Gold Label Reserve. It is better. Okay, to me, it is a better product. Okay, so the Gold Label Reserve is a better product. It's a more high quality product. It ought to be a more high quality product. It costs $36 more per bottle. It better be more high quality. But I still don't think it's $36 better. And it's better at, I don't know what the number is. I'd have to think about that for a long time. And I don't know if I'd be able to pin it down. Am I disappointed that I bought this? The multiple bottles? No, because I paid $2.99 a bottle, which is averaging out to $44.95 for a bottle, as opposed to $56.99. So yeah, I'm happy because I paid a lot less per ounce. Now, would I feel a lot more comfortable paying $45 a bottle? Yes, I would. I think if you were at $45 a bottle versus 20 for the red label, yeah, it would be a much better differential. You know, like, yeah, I paid $25 more, but look how much better it is. Okay. I'm not sure, but I might go along with that. But 36, no, I can't go along with that. I won't go along with it. It's not that much better. But it's your money. Buy what you want. All right, doesn't make any difference to me, especially since your interests don't conflict with my interests. But yeah, but the main thing is that Johnnie Walker Red Label, it's nowhere near what these people are saying about it, like it's so bad. It's pay no mind to those people behind the curtain. They are not the great and powerful Oz. They are not the great and powerful whiskey examinator. You know, like John Lennon told Paul McCartney in 1969, "You're daft. You're daft." Because Paul McCartney was saying, well, if we shut down the Beatles and end our career as a group, maybe we could do a concert live from like a Greek island in an amphitheater. John Lennon said, "You're daft." Anyhow, tomorrow morning at dawn, a showdown at dawn. Get ready for Delta Dawn. What's that flower you've got on? Because we've got Johnnie Walker Gold Label Reserve versus the Johnnie Walker Blue Label. And that's going to count for tomorrow. So tomorrow's Taste Challenge is going to actually count for tomorrow. And well, that gets really dicey because is a $250 bottle going to beat a $56 bottle? It might beat it in actual taste, but when you start bringing in the value considerations, you say to yourself, why did I pay this kind of money for this product? I paid $226 plus tax. Oh, $226 plus tax. I think it was like $242 after tax. $242. I mean, you know, you can buy a lot of stuff for that kind of money. So I'm not even going to try to defend it. I'm not going to defend it. And then on Wednesday we'll do the Buchanan's. I don't think the Gold Label Reserve is going to beat Buchanan's. Nah. You say, oh, but Buchanan's $34. It's $22 less. I know it's better though. Then Dimple Pinch from Hague. That is going to be a challenge. That's going to be that's something to think about. Dimple Pinch. Well, I think Dimple Pinch is going to win. It's cheaper. $20 cheaper. I think it's a better product. Yeah. I think Dimple Pinch is going to win. And then whatever comes up next, and then I'll run out of bottles, and I'll have to bring in the Dewar's 15-year age, which I'm keen to try again. Believe me, I'm keen to try it again. Thanks for watching this video production. Like I said, this is going to count for a day in June 2022. So the winner, well, it's hard to say who's the winner, but you can tell them apart. Unless you're running your mouth and you don't pay attention to the labels, but you can still tell them apart. You can tell them apart. They're similar, but they're not identical. All right, thanks.